Welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast, with your host, Brandon Morrell.
Hey y'all, this is recording artist Morgan Myles, and you're listening to a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment. It's the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast with Brandon Morrell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Tune into the show on iHeartRadio Podcast and on the sportsguyspodcast.com. And be sure to follow me at my website, morganmileslive.com.
And welcome inside the Backstage Pass, a busy day full of shows and winding down this high school football season with only a few more weeks to go. And hopefully there's a little bonus football with playoff football. Brandon Morrell here, KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and our friends THWN.org, and powered by the Sports Guys Podcast.com, and out there too on iHeartRadio podcast tuning in. Thanks to all of our sponsors always making this possible. I tell you what, if you want to know the definition of music, there's two words you look up in the dictionary, and she's joining us today, and it's Morgan Myles on the program, one of our show favorites out there too, because she pretty much personifies music out there. My friend, how you doing?
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for that intro. I'm doing well. How are you?
It's good. You know, where I mentioned ready for cooler temperatures to come in to Texas here, but and I'm sure Nashville too, but it just feels like it's all this warming trend we're on right now. So we got to get
Oh no, I was up in Michigan 2 days ago and I'm like, wow, we hit fall with a bang. So, I mean, it's definitely getting cold in some places for sure. The leaves are changing. But yeah, it's pretty hot here still. It's still like in the 80s.
Yeah, Texas too, 80s down here too. You're like, when's the warm weather going to go away and the cooler air going to take over too? But it is fall, and it's kind of cool because I'll say, look, my favorite holiday, I guess you call it a holiday too. I love Halloween. Now my kid's now coming up on 6 years old next year, but now she gets a chance to really understand what this whole K-pop Demon Hunters thing is all about.
Oh no.
So she's hooked on this too. But I told her, I said, it's totally different than Morgan Myles music. So she's singing your songs, but at the same time, she's got this K-pop Demon Hunter thing on it. I'm not a big fan of it too, but I'll say this. It took the nation by storm. And if she wants to be, I think it's Zoe for Halloween, she can be whatever she wants to be, right?
I mean, every kid is obsessed with this. It's like all my cousins' kids, like everything. But listen, they're fans of Morgan Myles too. You can be both, okay? I'll take all y'all.
Well, hey, tell us what's going on with this. I love it. Laced is across all the DSPs, or at least a few songs are. The full-length records, February of next year. Looking at this for 2026. But I'm going to say this, man. I've gotten to listen to the whole thing cover to cover, hence start a podcast. You can get music in advance. No, I'm just kidding. When I listen to it, I love it because, again, it's authentic. It's original songs. It's the things you and I were talking about, I think, in Nashville at CMA Week. You were telling me about this whole project and kind of laying it on us. And you know what? I'm excited about these songs, this body of work. And, for the people that pre-order now, they get a few tunes out there, 4 songs in particular. Fantastic work. Tell everybody about this. I know you're excited.
Yeah, I mean, we wrote 80 songs in 5 months. I have a Grammy Award-winning producer behind it. Definitely the best record I've ever made. Definitely the longest one that it's ever taken me. And this song is a diary of. It's a lot of times people only focus on maybe the heartbreak, or they only focus on the falling and the love part. But I've also focused on the getting back up and the faith side. So it's the embodiment of the gamut of what we go through in life. And so it is like my diary. I'm very vulnerable in it. Vulnerability to me is strength. And it's so hard to put yourself out there all the time. It really is. But at the end of the day, I just feel like God gave me a gift to do so. So this is definitely an album that I really hope reaches the right people that need it, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a lot of good songs there too. You mentioned you wrote a lot of songs for this too. How hard is it to kind of make that differentiation for what is written out there, because you have so many great stories to tell between all those songs? You mentioned 80 songs, and narrow it down to like 12 and really kind of get the right 12 songs for a project. It's got to be challenging, right?
I really just trusted my producer on this one because every song I turned in, I was really just loved. They're all my little babies. It's interesting how when he chose the songs, what it's manifested into today. I mean, a week from now, I was supposed to be having my wedding. And a lot of these songs were, this whole journey of like what I thought was going to happen, what didn't happen, also just like love and the ups and downs of just everything. And I feel like we all go through so much of this like up and down emotions in our lives. And it's, a lot of times we just don't understand why all this shit's happening to us all the time, and then we look at it in the rear view mirror and we're able to put perspective. But all of these songs are really fitting for things that I need to hold myself accountable to, be perspective, like see, like just absolutely in the middle of the heartbreak, but also the beginning part of falling in love. I mean, my very first song that we were releasing for this album was How Does That Sound? I wrote this song when I was in love and falling in love. And the craziest thing was this was planned to be coming out a long time ago. And then I did not know that just like right when I'm releasing it, I'm going through the actual breakup. And I'm like,
Mhm.
are you kidding me? I'm singing a lovey-dovey song that I wrote about my now ex-fiance. I mean, are you kidding me? You can't make this shit up. And it was just like, gosh, like, and you compartmentalize it, you keep going through it. And then I just had to kind of put it out there because every show I got to, I've already played like 150 shows this year. So I had like 50 shows in that first quarter. And every time people were coming up to me saying, congratulations on your engagement. Well,
Mhm.
that's the funny thing about these algorithms that we're talking about. So
Mhm.
I decided that I needed to just kind of I can't just promote something lovey-dovey right now. So I was just like, wow, this is crazy. I'm going to be on a healing journey. Because I want to still believe in love. And I do, but it was like when you're in the thick of it, you feel so isolated, your world just feels so small. And so yeah, I did a 30-day healing journey and then finally people realized that I had definitely broken up with
Mhm.
this person. So that, and granted, I still last weekend I was in Texas and
Mhm.
or the weekend before and no, last weekend. Man, I don't know what day is like. And somebody walked up to me and said, "Aren't you getting married this month?" And I go, "Oh, hell no." And then I got somebody going, "Didn't you break up with him like a year ago?" And I go, "Oh, hell no. It was just several months ago." Oh my gosh, but in this day and age, songwriting, it's crazy because that's our safe place and we go into our little therapy rooms and we write beautiful music. And back in the day, how I grew up was that's for everybody to take and you guys figure out what the song is about. And maybe we have a press or some radio interviews, but nothing crazy. But this social media world, it's like I have to talk about this song. I'm like, your love was laced in hate, laced in shame and pain. I'm like, what do you think it's about? And people are like, you need to get over it. And I'm like, I'm over it. I'm doing really well, to be honest. It's just the fact of like, I have to talk about this music from a very real place. And it's just I guess it's keeping the narrative going, but I really just it's my social media is definitely a nemesis for me because it's just like, oh, ah, but whatever. I always put all my stuff out there. I'm an open book and
Mhm.
and I really haven't said it all, believe me. I have not said
Mhm.
many things and somehow I'm still protecting that person. So it is what it is. It's not my place to say, but hopefully one day, he'll grow from that experience.
I think, like I said, time heals all those wounds, no doubt. And you mentioned, like I said, you're a strong person. We love it. You've opened up to me over the years. We've become very good friends outside of just interview to interviewee and stuff like that, getting to know each other as best friends. And I can tell you, this is just some great music out there in general, and it really tells a lot of great stories and really resonates with someone who's going through the same thing that you went through. And you're right, we all need to take a step back and heal too. But I love listening to this song. We're going to play it for you right now. It's from the new record out there too. If you pre-order, you can get 4 songs right now. It comes out February 13th of 2026. Morgan Myles, the title track is Laced. Here it is on the Backstage Pass, presented by our friends over at BarkleyMusicandMedia.com. Stay tuned. More coming up.
state of mind on your kryptonite. I was seeing stars when it hit me blind. Your own kind of wanted what was mine. Shot straight to my heart like a thief in the night. Your love was laced in hate. That needle in my vein can hide all the pain. Yeah, got out of control. Your love was laced. You really messed me up. I couldn't get enough. I swear I'm gonna quit. Then you call my bluff. Shaking from the crash, sweating out the past. Damn, your dopamine is one hell of a drug. Your love was laced in hate. That needle in my vein can hide all the pain. Yeah, I got out of control. Your love was laced in shame. Got addicted to the taste, too high price to pay. Oh, how was I supposed to know that one more taste would be the death of me? Trade another fix of my sanity. Oh, why didn't I see the signs that your love was laced in hate? That needle in my vein, getting out on the pain. Your love was laced in hate. That needle in my vein, getting hide all the pain. Yeah, got out of control. Laced in shame. Addicted to the taste, too high price to pay. Oh, how was I supposed to know your love was laced? Oh, laced.
Are you looking to increase your online presence? Are you searching for a new logo or company branding? Have you been considering more ways to reach the world with your business, ministry, or church's message? Barkley Music and Media is an award-winning design company that utilizes the latest technology while keeping the integrity of over 30 years of customer service. Web design, graphic design, multimedia, video editing, voiceover, commercials, logo design and branding, photography, and much, much more. See portfolios and testimonials online at www.barkleymusicandmedia.com or contact them today at 502-382-8299. Barkley Music and Media, your connection for the best in multimedia. Call today, 502-382-8299, or go to www.barkleymusicandmedia.com. Barkley Music and Media, integrity, technology, and design. www.barkleymusicandmedia.com.
Hey y'all, this is Paul and Hannah McClure of Bethel Music.
Yeah, and you're listening to the Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and on the sportsguyspodcast.com and on thwn.org, and anytime on iHeartRadio podcasts.
The Caden Gordon Show is a 2-hour show playing the best in country music. So check it out at thecadengordonshow.com. Again, that is thecadengordonshow.com.
Hey guys and girls, this is Australian country artist Hayley Jensen, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Stream the show anytime on iHeartRadio podcasts and on thwn.org.
At JK Subaru, we love our cars.
And we love our customers.
We believe in being a positive force
in our community by being involved and giving back.
Respecting your time every time.
Our promise is a brighter future.
We all do our part to keep our promise to you.
At JK Subaru, we are more than just selling cars.
We are your neighbors, friends, and even family.
More than a car dealer, our people make the difference. JK Subaru at the airport.
Hey, this is country music artist Wynn Williams, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Stream the show anytime on the sportsguyspodcast.com and on iHeartRadio podcasts. You can also listen on thwn.org.
Welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast, with your host, Brandon Morrell.
And back here, Morgan Myles on the program here. Lace, the current record. It's across all the DSPs, or at least a few songs. I keep saying that. It feels like current. It's going to be here before you know it, February 13th of 2026. Pre-order now, morganmileslive.com for more information out there, too. And love this song. And, you mentioned there before I played the music video for everybody and, of course, listening out there across all the affiliates. The song was, you're right, going through those tough times in life. But, you had something to be able to tell a story. And I felt this song really just did justice. It did what it was supposed to do. Like, it really put the thoughts in the back of the minds of people that have been through those tough relationships and how we come out stronger on the other side,
Yeah, for sure. I think like the songs, like the 4 songs that I've released so far, I had a giggle the other night because it's like, how does that sound? Is like, oh, look, she's falling in love. And then the second one is like, weight of your words, like, oh, shit's starting to hit the fan. He's saying stuff he shouldn't. He's weaponizing words. Then Lace is like, we done, we over. And now K Sarah is like, I'm healed. Yay. Like perspective, wisdom.
You told me a funny story with that one. Let's bring it up to people because when I did it, I was like, okay, Que Sera and the Serenade. So that was easy to see those words because I'm not, like I said, the greatest Spanish speaker. I do know, like I said, the very little bit there too. But like when you see that song and you hear yourself deliver it, like it was so easy to not get that mixed up. But tell me that story because we were laughing before we actually went live and did this too, like recorded this, looking back because you had some really different vibes of that song come out. Like this was really funny when you said that because they mistaked it for something else. But I was like, when you read it, you can only say queso.
Yeah, queso serenade. No, people thought it was queso raw, like cheese, like melted cheese. And I was like, they had to be so confused by the time they got to the chorus. You're like maybe I don't even know what the thought process was. I mean, I would hope, like for me, I'd just be like, Chat GPT, what is this? Or Shazam it, or something like look it up. Please look it up. This is what's so funny. People comment, without even thinking anymore. You're just like, I would have not have commented. But there were several people that thought it was literally about queso. Wow. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Too clever, I guess. I've literally said "que sera, sera" so many times in my life, and then maybe I'm just a weirdo, which is true.
No, you're not a weirdo. You're not. I wanted to ask you about. I know we've talked about this on previous shows we've done, or live in Nashville when I've been there too, doing the show. Love it because I always look back and a voice was a great opportunity for you too. And I'll never forget when you stepped on that stage and I'm like, this is going to add to her arsenal. It's going to give her something to go even further to the next level because she's one of the hardest working people I know in the industry. But, and you knew a lot coming into that show, but you were telling me too, what that show had done for you coming off of it again, to learn from some of the best coaches who've done it all in the industry and kind of laid it on the line for their reputation, their brands, their music, things like that. So like, give me a little bit more and kind of build on what it was like knowing that you're going into a competition like that, even after what you've been through in music, and then kind of what you learned and what you took away from when that time ended on The Voice.
I mean, for me, I think I was in a place of like, all the artists, we got hit so hard with the pandemic, and then I had a really messed up management situation, and then I had a booking agent that was committing fraud. It was just like bang, bang, bang. And so I had been asked to be in the casting for The Voice for like 9 years, something crazy like that. And I kind of just thought, you know what? Why not? Like, I still really want to get my story out there. And I feel like every time I'm always hit with something like massive like this. Like, why can't I just like find like a little open window? And so when I did it, it was very, very scary because I had been in Nashville for 17 years before going on the show. And, you're sitting there and you're like, if those chairs don't turn, like, I'm going to be just completely embarrassed and ashamed. And so the fact that I'm still the reigning fastest four-chair term in the history of the television show is very validating. And, I got everything out of the show that I wanted because I didn't want to walk away with winning because I did not want that record deal that was attached to it. I knew it wasn't going to serve somebody like me in the best that I could. And so after I signed a record deal with a great label, Blue Lawn Records, that's super artist friendly and supportive of me, and I'm a priority, and everything worked out the way that it needed to. I think for me, the biggest takeaway was like the crew of The Voice. They really came up to me individually, and these are people that are just so high up in the television world and their craft and everything, and they're like, you really know who you are as an artist, and you're just so authentic through and through, and you are so talented, and just please believe in yourself and keep going, like, and there was so many of those things said to me, not only by John Legend. And John Legend even went on television to say that I was the best country singer that's ever been on the television show. So like, I think for me it was all the really validating comments that kept happening that obviously I needed, because my self-esteem was so low at that point, just about everything that I had been through. And so yeah, and it still hurt to kind of walk away and feel the loss, but like I kept saying, Morgan, that's what you wanted, but you still got to go, okay, so now I was on the platform, where do we go from here? And I toured so much after that, and I still am, like, we haven't stopped, and everything's just been moving and grooving on the way up. So I'm really glad that I did it. And The Voice has a huge fan base.
No doubt. I'm not surprised it was the fastest four-chair turn. I think I told you that at CMA week in Nashville. I walked over there and watched you guys perform some of your shows, and the reactions you get from crowds is amazing. So I was encouraged and tell people to get out to one of those shows. Check her out. She's always busy and has done 50 states worldwide, and one of the hardest workers in the business, has been to Texas. And I'll tell you what, man, if you guys want to get out to a show, it's worth the ticket, worth the price of admission. And I'm just telling you that firsthand for a guy that knows his music out there, knows what the ear likes to hear, no doubt about it too. All right, we got to play another one off the record. You released it. You mentioned one of those 4 songs. How does that sound? We're going to answer that question coming back here on the Backstage Pass here, KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, the sportsguyspodcast.com, thwn.org, and our friends at iHeartRadio Podcast, presented by Right Flow Pressure Washing and Lawn Care. Back in a flash, more with Morgan Myles.
Let's escape to a place where there ain't any noise, far away from anyone we know. The roar of the tides as they're rolling down the road. Don't care where we're going, let's just go. Yeah, leaving this town is like music to my ears. I wanna hear the wind whisper, howling through the trees above. Your heartbeat pounding while we're making love, and I'll sing you a lullaby every night as you lay me down. Baby, how does that sound? tell you what I wanna say. I wanna hear the wind whisper, howling through the trees above. Your heartbeat pounding while we're making love, and I'll sing you a lullaby every night as you lay me down. Baby, how does that sound? Yeah, yeah. Baby, how does that sound? Let me know, we'll go now, 'cause you're all that I need, the one thing I believe in. Oh, how does that sound? You and me out of town, far away from everything but you. I wanna hear the wind whisper, howling through the trees above. Your heartbeat pounding while I'm making love, and I'll sing you a lullaby every night as you lay me down. I wanna hear the wind whisper, howling through the trees above. Your heartbeat pounding while we're making love, and I'll sing you a lullaby every night as you lay me down. Baby, how does that sound? Yeah. Baby, how does that sound?
Hey y'all, this is Nashville recording artist Mary Sarah, and you're listening to the best in music and sports talk, the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Stream the show anytime at thesportsguyspodcast.com and on iHeartRadio podcasts and at thwn.org.
Is your home or business in need of a fresh look? Right Flow Pressure Washing and Lawn LLC is more than just pressure washing, providing professional cleaning for homes, commercial buildings, parking lots, roof cleaning, gutter cleaning, and so much more, including lawn service and landscaping. Our mission here at Right Flow is to exceed the needs of all our customers while providing all of our services at an affordable rate. We're committed to going above and beyond where the job is done right. Give your property the care it deserves. Call Right Flow today at 409-363-2565 or go to rightflowwashandlawn.com.
Hey guys and gals, this is recording artist Ashley Wineland, and you're listening to the best in music and sports talks on the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Stream the show anytime on iHeartRadio podcasts at thesportsguyspodcast.com and at thwn.org.
The Kaden Gordon Show is a 2-hour show playing the best in country music. So check it out at thekadengordonshow.com. Again, that is thekadengordonshow.com.
Hey everybody, this is Jarrett Ray Reddick, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Stream on the sportsguyspodcast.com and on thwn.org and on iHeartRadio podcasts.
Elevate your next event with Backstage Pass DJ, MC, and announcer services, where unforgettable moments take center stage. We specialize in bringing energy and excitement to a wide range of occasions, including weddings, birthdays, corporate events, school dances, graduations, family reunions, class reunions, anniversaries, engagement parties, bar and bat mitzvahs, office parties, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, conferences, and more. No matter the venue, whether it's a banquet hall, ballroom, conference or convention center, concert hall, outdoor venue, office, community center, barn, or any location of your choosing, our team ensures seamless entertainment tailored to your needs. Let Backstage Pass create the perfect vibe, keep your guests engaged, and turn your celebration into a lasting memory. Book your event with Brandon Morell and Backstage Pass today. Go now to thesportsguyspodcast.com and enhance your next event with Backstage Pass.
Hey y'all, this is two-time Guinness World Record-setting rapper D.O. Gibson, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. You can also stream the show anytime at the sportsguyspodcast.com and on thwn.org. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast, with your host, Brandon Morrell.
And back here, Morgan Myles on the Backstage Pass, again, powered by that website, the sportsguyspodcast.com. And, of course, a lot of things going on right now, too, with office parties, weddings. Everybody's doing something out there. I don't like to use that word. I say weddings. But anyway, if you're celebrating something, give me a call out there, too, and visit the sportsguyspodcast.com. And that was the wrong choice of words. You're such a good friend of mine, too. And I love celebrating with people. And let me just say this. Like, I get this off my chest because it is a podcast. I'm just saying. Whatever happened, he's a fool. Let me just say that. You're a great lady.
Yes, he is.
And guess what? She's out there open market. But I'll say this: he's a fool for whatever happened. I don't even know the whole situation, but I'll say this: one of the best ladies out there all around.
Thank you.
Let me just say he's a fool. Let me put it that way. And I don't have to know the whole situation to know how wonderful of a person she is. So we'll just say that. You know what? How does that sound? There you go. I'm using the title of the song right here on the Backstage Pass. Tell us a little bit about this one. You mentioned how it kind of came full circle from Weight of Your Words to Que Sera Serenade. Of course, laced means hate, things like that. But this one had a nice ring to it, and it delivered a great, strong message, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really, I don't typically write like love songs can be really cheesy if you're not careful when you're writing them. And I felt like this one was really rooted, just like a very rooted, authentic type of love, you know? It's so hard for me to talk about this song, but it is like, okay, like eventually I hope that I find this person that it's just about truly being together. And this song is just like, it's that value of the gratitude of finding your soulmate. And it's just like the things that you would do on the everyday level, the simple blessings in life together.
Yeah, and it's hard for me sitting here as the interviewer going, you know what, I got to ask her about these songs now. The situation's completely different from when she put them out there. She, like I said, I'm no shortage for words, and you've known me for years, but it's like, man, how do you ask these questions after?
Well, I know, and I'm like, how the hell do I answer them? You know, it's like, but I mean, I'm trying my best just to say everything I can, and you know, it's just like I said, it's just life, and I've been through a lot worse than this, you know, like I really have, and I'll find the silver lining in it. I think at the end of the day, I think I was somebody to help him grow.
Hey, tell us about one that people can't hear as of right now, but I really enjoyed American Sky off of there too when I got a chance to hear that.
A lot of people are talking about that one that are hearing it. And I really, really love that song as well. I really just took, you know, I felt like it's really, if I don't sit there and actually write a song about what's going on in our world, I think that's kind of insane. So really what I did, I just took things that I feel like aren't bipartisan issues. I think that we're all struggling with understanding. And so I took American Sky is basically the look of like the sky being a mother and overlooking and looking at what's going on. And I think it's just written really, really like metaphorically beautiful. And, you know, the first line is just talking how we're sitting on our cell phones and that kind of thing. So no, I'm really pumped about it. It was the last pick of the album, and now it's like kind of a front runner. It's so funny how that works.
I love there's a couple at the end there too that really definitely caught my attention, and the whole thing caught my attention because anything she puts out is just going to turn to gold. I always say that. Moment of Mercy. Now this was digging pretty deep here. This was like, because we've all been there, and we can again shape ourselves and really mold ourselves into the music and the flow of this record too. But man, that one really hit home for me too, no doubt.
Thank you. It was going to be one of the focus tracks, but I got so scared that people were gonna I was gonna have to cut it up in 15-second clips, and I was like, no, this is a full on message. Like the one thing I'm very, very like I'm a super person that's always going to say, like, you guys need to have faith because that's the only thing that's going to get you through. And in the chorus, I'm like, what the hell is faith? Faith without a little grace, grace to get out of my own way. And when you question faith, that's when you're going to have that deeper connection with God and that deeper gratitude and everything. And I think that's like that's kind of the point where you either deepen your faith or you just run away from it, but at the end of the day you're always going to be searching for those questions and those answers. So it's such a deep song of when you break down, and that's your time. That's a moment to talk to God too. Don't talk to God at all the time,
Yeah.
but go there. And yeah, I mean, I listen to that song and it still brings tears to my eyes. I wrote it right after too, like I lost my grandmother like 3 days before that, and I was like, do I cancel my trip to Austin, Texas to write after the funeral, or do I write it out and just like go there? And I chose to go there, as I normally vulnerably do. I'm like, so I figured that would be a pretty intense time for me to get that writing out. And so that was a pretty productive, that was a 15-hour song to write.
Amazing. Unbelievable. Well, when you get back to Texas, you got to let me know because we're coming back to Houston. What is that? Mucky Ducks over there where I saw
I
you?
need to go, and I see there's a duck in the upper left corner. I was like, mucky ducks.
Remember that we went over there especially to catch that show too, and just what a warm crowd, warm reception. But it's just really cool, man, to watch it. And like I said, I saw you do a lot of the acoustic writers rounds things in Nashville for CMA week. And for somebody that's just never been to see you live, I'm gonna just kind of build on that again and say, man, go see her, because man, it is a treat. You love what you do, very passionate about it on stage. It really just feels like it's just like a calling for you to do this. And
Me too.
it's so people say easy or flawless, but when you sit up on stage, it's like you give people an experience that they're not going to get a lot of other places. It's so soothing, so good out there, and it's amazing. And I'm going to talk about, yes, my favorite song here in just a little bit too, that came off the first record that she put out there when we met 6 or 7 years ago. But speaking of that, so many great ladies are doing their thing right now. You see that, I mean, Priscilla Block puts out this new record last week, and building on it from so many different people. Obviously, Lainey's the queen bee, but Ella Langley's killing it right now. Man, this class of female artists is really good. Would you agree?
I totally agree. And what's even kind of crazier though, that like we still have to shed the light that we're still only 8% of the radio. So I think women though, we're continuing to just pile on through, because if not, like, it's been 15 years of this, maybe more. We're probably at like 17 or 18 years of only having like a small percentage of the radio. So please, 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 guys, like more than ever, the females need the love and support, because we have everything stacked against us when it comes to just trying to get out there. So I'm very happy for Ella and Lainey, and I just hope some more get added to the lineup. I mean, Priscilla's killing it, but it's the country radio thing is definitely a gatekeeper for sure. And I just was thinking about, like, I have a 1 to 2% chance, like, and I'm like, do I take that gamble? Like, because there was a song out there called Nobody in Nashville Wants You Here. I think it's just gonna be Nobody in Nashville, but it's gotta be Nobody in Nashville Wants You Here. It's a crowd favorite. And I was playing it with Drew Baldridge, and we were talking, he's like, are you gonna take this to radio? And I was like, and I I'm like sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, but like the percentage, it's like, what a gamble. If I was a man, maybe I should just have a guy sing it with me, and then maybe, but it would make no sense if a guy sang it with me. But you know what I mean? So everybody just literally just hopefully it's just kind of like a little education moment of that's where it's still at. Like the CMAs and the ACMs, it might look like country females are all over the place, but when it comes down to the actual numbers game, they have to play 8 male artists before they play 1 female. So you start doing the math. It don't math, y'all. So for me, I don't really care. Like, obviously, that's not like, if that was still my dream of just like trying to have a #1 in country radio, I feel like I would have been done and toast. I just feel like my mission is music. I believe it helps people. I believe it's therapy. I believe, like, I'm just put on this earth as a purpose. And I keep saying, God, I'm in your hands. Just let me be a vessel to bring people together. My favorite part of the show that you haven't even seen, Brandon, for the last year, I have been writing music on the spot for the last 30 minutes of a show. At the beginning, I pass around a note card and I ask everybody, put a hook of a song that you feel like could be a song. I'm going to make songwriters out of you tonight. And I just take some of their cards and I make music on the spot, and people are in tears and they're so touched. And it's one of the most like God moments every time. It's so spiritual every time these moments happen, whether I'm writing something that's very about love, or if it's a faith thing or something funny even. It's just been like such a fun part of the show, and I never know what I'm gonna get. So it's been really fun, and it's something that's very different, but that's what sets my soul on fire, is just truly connecting with people. And more than ever, people need it. Our youth needs it so much because they don't even know what they're missing out. So I think my goal in life is just to continue to really go, guys, it's not just about us individually, it's about us coming together, and that's where the power is. So yeah, that was my rant.
I love it. I love the rant because, like I said, I need to put someone on the next show I go to on a note card and say I'm going to put a hook here, which I've never been good at, but I could probably come up with a little something that's
You have to give me something
life
vulnerable.
story. And just
Huh?
just put it out there. Yeah.
Wait, what's your line?
I got to come up with that. See, I'm trying to think if I can do like I don't know, something of like Grand Slam. We talk about this being music, sports, entertainment, but like how everybody kind of wants that shining moment or something, or some kind of
No, that'd be great, because then you can be like, like, but it could be kind of an emotional thing. Be like I may have lost this today, but then maybe you go, then they came on and at the end of the day, that's a grand slam to me anyway. And it's just about the little things that you walk away with. So like, blah 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 might have lost the game, but at that moment he like figured out something about himself or something, and that was or his dad showed up for the first time watching, and that was the grand slam. So like it'd be cool to like you figure out a bunch of like vignette stories, and then that's the grand slams, and it could be cool to have a song called Grand Slam. See?
Ooh, all right. See, we have to come up with something now too. Do you work on that? You get back to me, and we'll see if we can come up with a tune. And she comes up with lyrics. I may have to use it like a Morgan Myles like theme song for CMA or CRS week, and just put it out there.
Let's do it. Why not? We're in a day and age where people are releasing songs every day. I
love it too, which is great. I'll tell you this. I went over to the Nashville Sounds game when I was there. It was really cool to catch a game out there. And in that Germantown area, I know Brooklyn Bowl's like right there. And then down the street, I love, big pizza connoisseur here on the show. We've talked about pizza, so we're kind of blue in the face. But there was a place called 312 Pizza, and it was Chicago style.
Yeah.
It was actually really good. I had a couple of friends take us over there and kind of enjoy that. So what was your favorite meal CMA week?
Probably at home. It definitely wasn't at Tin Roof when I had a quesadilla. Now, I'm not going to put those quesadillas down at the Tin Roof though. Like I'm a quesadilla queen, because it's just, you can't go wrong with cheese, chicken, and a tortilla shell. And so that's one thing that I had down there. But I mean, my Nashville like go to in town, I mean, gosh, I don't even know. I really, really love Athens. I love Greek food. So Athens is kind of like, it's been around forever, and it's super late night too. And they moved over by Belmont, which is where I used to go to school. But like, if you want like some like street Greek cuisine, but like a bunch of other stuff, their menu's huge. I'm really selling this.
You are. Which is good. We need to sell food on this show. Yes.
But I'm like, I love like stuffed grape leaves. I am such a weirdo, but I really, really love Greek food. Like, yes.
All day long.
All day long. All day long.
Greek food. All right, we'll finish with this one because I know it's probably one of the most asked questions. I always ask you about it too because I love the song, and you played it for me, and I'll still say that. Thank you for playing it for me every time we get to a show out there, Sanctuary. It is what it is when it comes down. You take us to church. It's off that first record, Therapy, out there. If people haven't heard it, and of course, if you haven't heard it, I always say somebody you've been hidden under a rock, or you just don't listen to as much music as I do. But at the same time, always request for it on stage. What makes it, and of course, I know the answer to this, but for people that haven't heard it, what just makes it a great song in general? Not really genre specific, but it just, the way you deliver it, it just makes it about life, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm a big Carole King fan, and I think the way she constructs her songs is it's more, there's like generalizations that everyone can like kind of just fit into like that problem. So what I love about Sanctuary is it shifts and like with the chapters and seasons of your life. So I think that's why it's kind of like relatable on many levels. It's not so just like niche. It's a really moment. It's a prayer. I mean, I wrote it, when my cousin got diagnosed with glioblastoma brain cancer at 30, and I was writing it from a place of prayer. And obviously now when I play it, it kind of shifts into different reasons, and it's also an energy that I've tried to give out to I just want people to know that they're not alone in their struggle. And I don't know why. I think we have created a culture that vulnerability is like shameful and like and we got to get away from that, because I think that's like why a huge reason mental health is so bad. And so anyways, I just think Sanctuary, it's not about a building. It's about like the connection of when you are together in that's the sanctuary. And when that's how you get closer to God, is the connection with other people and doing the right thing. So I feel like it's just a faith song. And I think some people are really touched by it because you never know what they're walking into in that room and what they need. And a lot of artists probably are afraid to even go there. For me, I'm like, no, let's start this off with a hallelujah, amen. I start my thing off with Sanctuary a lot of times, and then I close it with hallelujah, and but I just I don't know. That's what I feel like I should do.
No doubt. It's brought a tear to my eye more than one time and listening to it either in the car or at live at one of the shows out there. And make sure you guys check out this new record. It's fantastic. She's one of the most brilliant artists out there that I know. MorganMylesLive.com, and the new song Laced is across all the DSPs. In fact, those 4 songs we talked about today across all the DSPs, and the full-length album comes out February 13th of 2026. So put that on your early order list for, hey, just do it for Christmas, or if you got one of those Apple subscriptions like I do, go get one because you can listen to some good songs right now too, and check her out at MorganMylesLive.com. It's always fun doing this with you, and looking forward to seeing you in person again. Give you a big hug, and you know what? Time heals all wounds, and I'm gonna say it again. He's a fool, and so anyway, I can always help promote your music. I'm here for you. You know that, right?
Thank you. Yes, love you.
Right back at you. Morgan Myles here on the Backstage Pass, KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, THWN.org, and the Sports Guys podcast.com. Now it's a top-rated show on iHeartRadio podcast. You can go check it out there. If you don't believe me, type in the words, the Backstage Pass at iHeart.com, and look on podcast. It says it right there, too, as well. We'll talk to you guys soon. God bless. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Hey, y'all. This is Nashville recording artist Sunny Sweeney, and you're listening to the best in music and sports, the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Stream anytime on the sportsguyspodcast.com and on THWN.org. You can also listen anytime on iHeartRadio Podcast.